Hello and welcome to Color Up. Today I have a real simple strategy for you. It's a lot of fun, has a lot of action where you win on every single roll of the dice except for the 7. You got to avoid that dreaded 7. Let's check it out. Today's strategy was submitted by Emmanuel Diaz and it is part of our Dice Advice series. Now this strategy is called the Anything But 7. So Emmanuel, thank you very much for submitting this strategy and let's see how it works out. Now he mentioned if you'd like, you can hedge this strategy on the don't pass for the come out roll. It's really up to you. For this video, I'm going to avoid the hedging and I'm just going to get right into the meat of the strategy. So we're going to assume someone else is shooting the dice. We're going to wait for a point to be established and then we're going to place the 5 for 25 and the 6 and 8 for 30 each. And then we're going to place the field for $12. So with this, we've got every single number covered. The 2, the 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we're hoping for any number to roll because we're going to win anything but 7. And that's where the strategy gets its name from, anything but 7. Now this may look familiar to you because anything but 7 is just another name for the Iron Cross. It's basically the Iron Cross. You got everything covered except for the 7. So what is different about this one that Emmanuel submitted? Well, for one, the amounts may be a little different. And for two, after 3 to 4 hits, and I'm going to go with 4 hits, then we're going to regress it down. So if the field hits, we get paid $12. If the 2 or 12 hits, we're going to get paid double. Some tables you're going to get paid triple. Now, if one of the point numbers up here get hit, let's say the 5, you do lose your $12 and then you win $35. The same with the 6 and 8. You're going to lose your field bet, but you're going to win $35 on these. So after 4 rolls, we're going to go ahead and regress this down to $5 in the field. We're going to go $10 on the 6. I'm sorry, $12 on the 6 and 8. You always want it in increments of 6. And we're going to put $10 in the field. And from there, we're just going to ride it out and see what happens. All right, we have a $300 bankroll. Now the initial investment for the shooter is $97. So I like to have enough for 10 shooters. So in that case, it'd be $970. Emmanuel said he plays or wants to see it at $300. So let's see what can happen with just $300. Here we go. New shooter. Coming out, we'll go ahead and set a point. Doesn't really matter statistically or mathematically. You can go ahead and put your bets out and have them working if you'd like for the come out roll. We're just going to wait for the come out roll. So the point's going to be 6. Let's go ahead and drop the dealer 85. Get the 5, 6, and 8 placed. And we are going to put $12 in the field. Okay, and now we are looking for 4 hits. Here we go. And then we're going to regress. And we came right back on that 6, hit that 6. So we're going to lose 12, but we're going to win 35. So we'll go ahead, rack the 25, leave the 10 in the field, and go ahead and add 2 more for 12. Now we did hit our point, so that's going to come off. And it's up to you. The field is working, so you'd have to pull it down. But instead, let's go ahead and ask the dealer to have our bets working for the come out roll. Here we go. And the 7. Yikes, that sucks. So in that case, took a pretty good hit there. Not what we wanted to see. And as a 7 on the come out roll, so it is the same shooter. So let's go ahead and let him establish a point this time. 10 hard. My dice rolled there. 10's going to be the point. Go ahead and dig in again. Drop 85 for the dealer. And we're going to place 12 in the field. And we're set up and ready to hit. Let's see, 4 numbers. Here we go. 11 yo. So dealer, usually, you're only going to bet 1 color, so he can just stack it up. But a dealer is probably going to break it down for the camera. And there you go. You're going to win your $12. So we can go ahead and rack that. That's our first hit. And we got a 3. Another $12. See some more numbers. There's a 5. So in this case, we're going to lose our field bet, but 25 is going to pay 35. We'll go ahead and rack the 25 and drop 2 more to cover the field bet. And here we go. 11 yo. Go ahead and collect 12. And that was our 4th hit, I believe. So let's go ahead and regress things down. So you can tell the dealer that you want to drop it down to two units each. Go ahead and push him your field bet. And he could set you up on the 6. Go ahead and drop him $2 for the 8 and another $10 for the 5. And you can collect this 75 here. And we want to go down in the field, so we'll go ahead and go here. I'm going to pull from, because it's such a limited bankroll and you're going to go through it quick, obviously the numbers are down the side, keep track of it, but I'm going to go ahead and pull from our winnings here, but wait a second, I don't need to do that. What am I thinking? We're just going to do 1 unit in the field, and then we got 2 units up here. Okay, so now we're set, ready to go. At this point, we're just going to roll it out. Okay, 2 craps. That pays double, which is good for us. Quick $10. And 7 out. Didn't hurt us too bad because we had already regressed down. All right, pucks off. Got a new shooter. And here we go, coming out. Let's get a point established. Point's going to be 9, center field 9. Go ahead and drop the dealer 85. And we're going to get in the field for 12. And let's see what happens. Let's see 4 numbers. Here we go. And no, quick 7. And that's the problem with this strategy, or any iron cross or anything but 7 strategy. You got to hit a few numbers, even if you're regressing. Those early 7s, they'll get you. So that's off. Very short roll for that shooter. Let's see what happens. We'll give it another shot here. Let's see what happens. And the point is going to be 8 hard. 8's the point. Go ahead and drop the dealer 85. Remember, we're assuming we're not the shooter, so you don't have to be on the pass or the don't. And his variation is, if you are shooting, go ahead and hedge it with the don't pass. You start with that bet. And I always get the question, can you place bet the point? You absolutely can. A lot of times you don't see it happen because someone has money on the pass. So they've already got a bet on the 8, so they don't need to double it up. But if you wanted to bet on the pass and make a place bet, you certainly could do that as well. All right, let's go ahead and get in the field for $12. And let's see what happens here. And 10 hard. It's going to be a winner in the field. Again, they typically break it down. There you go. Collect your $12. Need 3 more hits. There's a 10 again, back-to-back 10s. $12. And wow, look at that. Shooting 10s. 10 hard. That's our 3rd hit. Collect $12. See if we can do it again. 4 10s in a row. Here we go. And that is on the wall. I'm going to call that a 2-3-2-5, even though my dice rolled off of it. So typically, to make a call like that, if the dice is on something, I think the rule is if you pull it out, pull the object underneath out, whatever it would fall on would be the call. So in this case, we had a 2 up against the wall like this. If I were to pull, the rubber backing off, it should fall on the 2. So now that I explained that it was a 2, I rolled it, pulled it back. I think it was a 1. Was it a 5? I don't remember. Don't kill me. I'm going to edit it, and hopefully it was a 5. That's how I'm going to pay it. So that's a loser in the field. but the 5 is going to win 35. We'll go ahead and rack the 25, and we'll get down, get $12 back in the field. But actually, that is our fourth roll or fourth hit. So let's go ahead and regress things down. So we'll place the 8 for 2 units, the 6 for 2 units. Go ahead and drop them $2 to cover the 8, and $10 for the 5. Collect that 75, and we'll go ahead and 1 unit in the field. Now let's go ahead and write it out and see what happens. And we got look at that, another 10. Just a quick win in the field. There's a 6. We lose in the field. $12 is going to pay $14. So we'll go ahead and rack the $9. Stay in the field. And 7 out. Rolls have not been real long here today. That's how it goes sometimes. That's why you got to decide, is your strategy going to, be something where you're playing the very short game? The average rolls, 8.5 rolls. So that means there's going to be plenty of rolls that are shorter than 8.5. So do you play that game assuming you're only going to seed 3 to 4 hits? Or you play the long game and just hope for the, you hope for the home run, the big long roll. It's just different styles, different personalities are going to play it differently. We're going to give it one more shot, see what happens. All right, new shooter coming out. Here we go. And we got a 4. 4 is going to be the point. Drop our money down for the dealer. At this point, he probably knows what you're up to. 12 in the field. And here we go. We're looking for 4 hits. And there's a 9, center field 9. $12 win. And there's 11 yo. Another $12 win. And there's a 9, center field 9. $12 win. I think that's our third hit, right? We'll hit one more number. And there's a 6 hard. In this case, we lose the field. 6.30 pays 35. We'll go ahead and rack that up. But that was our fourth hit. So let's see. We want to tell the dealer we want to go down to 2 units. Fine. Drop me some singles. We'll go there. 2 units on the 5. We'll collect the 75. And then we're going to put $5 in the field. And let's just ride it out. Dice off the table, no roll. And of course, right? Dice off the table, 7 out. So there you go. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. The total should be down on the side. Iron cross, anything but 7. There's so many different ways that you can play. You can play it with the pass, with the don't, different amounts. You can regress it. I mean, if you're super aggressive, you hit a few numbers, you can press it up. You could, start removing your field. There's just so many different variations you can start with, after the first couple, hits. So let me know how you like to variate. Your variation on the anything but 7 or iron cross. And again, Emmanuel, thanks for submitting the strategy. And until next time, good luck on coloring up.